Hey folks, how you doing? Baltmatrix here, and today we're taking a look at Kingdom Core Class Starscream. I picked this figure up over at thecommandstore.com. Standing at about 3 inches tall, the figure is quite good and painted rather well for a figure of this size class. The molding is excellent, and overall, it is a solid Seeker figure. I'm quite smitten with it. I really am. The only complaint I have about it is that the null rays fall off way too easily. And yeah, it could use a little bit more paint in some like the legs. The legs could use a little bit more paint, but overall, it's pretty darn good. And this figure also manages to have the Decepticon symbols pointing in the right direction in both modes. That's because the transformation is really unique and is done way differently than any other Starscream figure I've ever seen. Now that being said, let's talk about the posability and then we'll get into the transformation. Head is on a swivel and moves side to side, but getting your fat fingers in there is really tough. The wings actually do fold all the way back. The shoulders are on ball joints, ball joint at the elbows, ball joint at the hips. No real swivel except for the hips, but doesn't matter because there's a ball joint in the knee. There is no foot articulation. With the wings folded all the way back, the figure becomes very top-heavy, even though he's already top-heavy, and that's because there are no heels. None. And there really should be. I would have loved for there to be like one little thing that could flip out here and be heels. But unfortunately, there are no heels. And as I said, the stupid null rays have a tendency to pop out way too easily. They do hold their shape though, and they do stay in place, but just a little bit of force and they pop out. Not the end of the world. In terms of height, Core Class Starscream scales exactly with the other Core Class figures. For the transformation, you want to remove the null rays, and then I like to fold the wings up a little bit, come down to the feet and peg them together, and then come to the outside of the legs and flip down the tail wings. You really have to get your fingers in here in order to get things moved around because they do actually peg into place really tightly. Next, come to the chest, and starting with the left arm or the left side of the chest, actually start kind of moving it until you could flip it open like this. And do the same thing to the right side and fold them all the way out like that. Next, take the head, fold it down, take the nose cone and flip it around and flip it up into place. Turn the head 180 degrees and push it up into the nose cone on this double hinge and just get everything situated. Then take the entire nose cone section where the head is and fold it down. Take the entire backpack and flip it 180 degrees around. Flip the legs up into place. Take the nose cone and fold it back until it snaps into place on that double hinge. Push the head back up into the nose cone again. And then fold the chest over what are the knees. Then turn the arms and they will peg into these little peg holes on the bottom of the wings and then reattach the guns. At this size class, this is a fantastic toy and an absolutely wonderful transformation. It's so much more complicated than I thought it was going to be, and it actually feels a little bit more complicated than even a deluxe class figure. It's really impressive. Yeah, the paint isn't quite there. There are a few, I think, details missing, and I would love to see a couple of things added, like, heels. The only complaint I have about the plane mode is the fists sticking off the bottom like that. I think that they could have solved that by having a little swivel in here to turn the fist to the side and then flip it up. Yeah, you would still see some knuckles, but at least the fist would be hidden. This is a really cool, tiny little figure. It's just a shame it doesn't have any pegs for a flight stand. Oh well. Boy, that is a couple of negatives, isn't it? Yeah, no heels. Fists showing in robot mode, no flight stand port. Okay, those are the main issues that I have with it. Wait, I take that back. There is a peg hole. It's right there. It's at the front of the nose cone. It can be used in robot mode as well. Heh, completely missed that. Overall, I like this Starscream a lot. It's totally worth having in your collection, especially if you're a fan of this size class. Also, next time, we're going to be taking a look at Megatron. So folks, let me know what you think of the figure down in the comments. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And do me a favor, hit the bell, and let me know if you can actually hit the bell. I've gotten some reports that say that the bell doesn't work. So let me know. Thanks a lot, folks. Have a good day. I've been Baltmatrix, and I'll catch you next time.